Want to be a movie star? We have some information you're going to want to see about what's happening south of the river and the Austin metro area. Let's dive right in, starting with Buda. 2,500 new homes. We actually already reported on this, but we wanted to remind you because this is a pretty big development by Milestone, a builder that does a ton in the Austin metro area. This is about 475 acres, and it's in the Buda ETJ, or extraterritorial jurisdiction, not to be confused with extraterrestrial jurisdiction.
If you want that information, check out our report on SpaceX.
As we move south, we've got Kyle, where we have a 1 million square foot development in the Texas Innovation Center in the Kyle Innovation Corridor. And the project is going to have 5 logistics facilities for business tenants.
Interstate 35 near Yarrington Road, according to Alliance Industrial. And construction is expected to complete in the first quarter of 2023, so moving right along. And now another mega residential development, David. This is 2,000 homes in Kyle. D.R. Horton, perhaps, I believe, the largest residential builder by sales volume in the United States. And the community is called Prairie Lakes, have over 2,200 lots for single-family homes and apartments, as well as duplexes, on about 1,000 acres of land.
So to put that in perspectively, almost 6.5 domains,
wow,
which is 155 acres. So this is a big project.
And the good news, prices are affordable. So we talk about affordability in Austin. Got to realize that this is a metroplex that's forming before our eyes. So is it affordable to live in Austin? It depends on how far you're willing to commute. Are you working from home? $300,000 starting price.
The second phase of construction for a Class A industrial development in San Marcos is going to be underway soon. The 500,000 square foot Whisper 35 project. They already have one building construction and leased, and we have another one that's nearing completion.
So one of the interesting things about some of this industrial use down south is it's not necessarily microchips. It's not necessarily what we've been hearing about up north. This is a diversified economic base. Cooperative laundry, these are actually robot-operated laundromats. And it's just an extension of the technology that we're seeing. This particular company is bringing at least 100 jobs to the site.
100 jobs plus robots. They're going to be folding a lot of clothes down there.
Absolutely. Let's keep it clean here in San Marcos.
And for our movie stars, here we go. We got a San Marcos film studio, not to be confused with what we reported on recently, which was a Bastrop film studio.
Right.
So, you can see on the map there, Bastrop to the northeast of San Marcos. And so we're going to maybe have a region here of film, which is pretty cool. A burgeoning industry in the Austin metro area. It's pretty excited about that when all these other industries start seeing the opportunity here in Central Texas.
Yeah, I love the diversity, the various sectors of the economic base that are forming here. And we're going to report, as we're going to continue through this presentation, some other interesting elements in that direction. And this is a beautiful rendering of what the project's going to look like. This is massive. 12 sound stages, 2 backlots, 310,000 square feet of office space, as well as a 50-seat screening center. 25 acres, David, for vendors and service companies servicing the facility and nearby residents. This is a big deal.
And they're projecting about 1,400 jobs this is going to bring.
Speaking of jobs, Continental is reported to be adding 100 staffers in New Braunfels, and this plant is going to be producing advanced driver assistance systems. So it's expected to be open by the fall, and the facility will employ about 580, just under 600 folks, and the process could take about 4 years to complete. This company is investing $110 million in the 215 square foot factory. They're developing key components for assisted and automated driving all over the world, and with this location, they're positioned to expand their research and development manufacturing capabilities in the United States. This, again, when you take a look at what's happening to the north with the Boring Company, with Tesla, even with SpaceX, this is really solidifying Austin's I-35 corridor as the leader and innovator in logistics and transportation.
To support that industrial growth, we need some more residential capacity. So This is a little bit of a smaller community from the one we just previously talked about, 1/10 at only 200 homes. These are luxury properties.
Correct.
They range from some smaller lots to, there's some 1-acre lots that are riverfront that start at $1 million with 120 feet minimum of waterfront property. There's 211 home sites total. They're going to have a hotel, conservation land, and some commercial buildings. So another cool development happening in the New Braunfels area. And what we're trying to do here with these videos is give you some advanced information, be an advanced scout for you as you're going ahead and trying to make investment decisions, have a really good understanding of what's happening in these areas so that way you can make proper investment decisions.
Absolutely. And again, we get back to the affordability question. Is Austin overpriced? We looked at the $300,000 homes in a previous slide. This is a different sector of the market, and you know what? The film industry is going to attract that sort of consumer. So very diverse and really very exciting, and I believe healthy for the long-term economic base of our metro Austin area.
And I'd be curious to hear from you, what are you more excited about coming to this area? Is it the film industry or the auto manufacturers that are bringing other types of technology? So comment below and let us know. If you're looking to invest, whether it's buying some land, you want to do some spec building, maybe you want to do some short-term rentals, we have done all of those with clients. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll talk about your goals, come up with a strategy for you, and get to work to put an investment in place with everything that we've been talking about. Since we know what's happening in these areas, we can help target some of those things. And there's even some insider stuff that we don't have official announcements on.
Right.
Like there's a rumor that Micron is going to be potentially building a facility. They're a big chip manufacturer in San Marcos. San Marcos Airport is they're extending the runway just like what was happening in Taylor for the Samsung plant. So there's some of this stuff we're getting rumors about, and we can try to make some advanced moves on that. But one of our philosophies is we always want to mitigate risk. So we're never going to take a big bet on something like that that's not announced. But what we can do is find something that works even without that announcement. And then if that announcement happens, boom, your investment just blown out of the water. But you can still get a really solid return without something like that coming to fruition. And if you really love this video, why don't you go ahead and check out this video on our North Report, which talks about some of the things happening there. If you like this video, share it with a friend and go ahead and give us a like so that other people can find it as well.